Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to another video. Um, I have so much ideas on what to say before I pick the mic, and then when I pick the mic, my mind just goes blank. I apologize for that there. Oh, I have here another video. Supposed to be a tutorial. Well, I'll see what I could do about it. It's been a while since like this, a real distance of time between the time I'm recording this and the time I actually recorded the painting. The time of me recording the audio and me recording the painting. So, well, I'll try my best to give you the details on what I'm doing. Basically, I'm trying to do like a video for easy watercolor paintings. I feel like it will be easy for amateurs to start, so like someone from complete zero. And if you feel, and so most likely people who are starting watercolor and are beginners, so I'm going to be trying to make a lot of them paintings for that, at least maybe 3 or 4 at least, and I'll test it out to see how it goes. And if you do appreciate it, I mean, I did one, I believe I should have posted it by now. Yeah, I already did one other one for the tutorial. I think that was on a lamp. It was a pretty easy one. This one too is quite easy. So this one is mostly a layering, continuous layering. So the last video I was talking about 2 types of techniques for watercolor. That is dry on dry and wet on wet. For this one, I'm probably just going to be talking on the importance of layering in watercolor. This one took me a while to adapt to and accept. Like, even till now, I'm still trying to get a hang of it, because most of the time I really want to get it done fast. Watercolor is not that kind of medium that you rush to get the results. It took me some time to understand that. I've been painting since 2022, 2021, I think so. I have attempted before then, but I can't really call it because I just gave up at the end of it. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm trying to create like a layer of the sky and the bottom. So the painting is mostly on the sky, but there's like a falling, can I call it like a falling, so there's like a distance from the sky, so it's mostly sky, or there's distance from the top sky to where the eyes can see. And I'm just trying to get the layers out. So I think the colors I use for this one, they're mostly watercolor. I don't really think I use gouache here. I use blue. I use pink, but if you don't have pink, I mean, I mixed red and white to get my own kind of pink. It depends on the kind of the color you already have. So you have to put into consciousness the fact that there are different shades of red, and you need to understand how you mix the colors to get desired. I'm not really an expert in that, but I could give you some tips if you're really interested on them, at least the ones that I know of. Like, you get, I'm basically at least for now, I know that I'm not an expert in watercolor, but I still wish to make it easier for other self-taught watercolor artists, so that they can be able to get the gist on it quickly and faster on watercolor. I think some of my paints, I don't have a regret for it. The watercolor was my first painting medium. That was the first one I got, because I think it was easier because of the poster colors and all. Because I first got poster colors before I started using watercolor and all, and I was like, watercolor is very similar attribute to the poster colors. So I was like, why not try it out? Then I realized for most of the tutorials I was watching acrylics, I was watching oil, and I was watching some other ones. I realized how like quickly you could like add to the top with different paintings. You could erase as fast as possible. But with watercolor, knowing how soluble it is, depending on how thick the paint is or how loose the paint will be, like your mixture, you could really do some damages to your paint. You get what I'm saying? So there's some kind of knowledge that you need to get on watercolor before you can really do some kind of stuff. So I'm going to be giving you the basic things that I learned to get to the level I am. I'll try as much as possible to post as much watercolor that I have, watercolor paintings that I've done. Maybe you could ease your mind to like, you know, give you some kind of perspective to the level I am in as an artist, as a watercolor artist. So you know, you still feel like you could use my work. That would be really nice. I really appreciate it. But the purpose of the videos is to, you know, share and make it easier for other artists to get the job done. So basically I'm just layering the front, the sky, the very top most of the sky. I'm going to give it a more darker side than the blue. I don't really know why, but I feel like it's more realistic for the topper side to be darker than the lower sky. I mean, it depends on what's going on at that moment. It's not always true. It's not always true. At the top side will be darker, but basically what I'm doing is that I paint the first blue and it's not dark enough, maybe because of the set of colors I have. If you have a blue set of watercolor that is really dark, you might not really need to you know, go against it. I need to put into understanding the materials you have. I don't have the best with some materials, but you manage what you have. You have to create results with what you have. Yeah, so I paint on it, I let it dry so I can get more understanding on how much depth I need to go again for the top side. And then I realized that the blue wasn't enough, so I mixed a little bit of purple into it. Yeah, so I mixed a lot of purple, and then I went back again with the blue to give it the darker thing, because I didn't want to go with black, because I was not. It's not like I wasn't confident. It's not like I was not confident in getting that texture. But I think purple is even better. Like I've been reading something on complementary colors where you use opposite colors to get the painting better. I think I'll try painting more on that. Then maybe I will share my experiences with you until then. This is what I have. Then this one I'm going to give to you. I use pinkish white because that's mostly most of the time I see on the sky. That is most times what I see. Like when I look in the sky in the evening, I mostly see the orange, peach, whitish color. Most of the time the pinkish color. So I think it's a natural color. So I mix it with the blue and mix it with the whites. I give it like a separation and distance. So if you look at my paint, if you look at the work, I'm sorry if I'm confusing you, maybe because I'm talking too fast. But I differentiated it. The pinkish white side is supposed to be like where the sun is going down to make it night. So it's supposed to give it that evening look. That's really cool afternoon evening look. You get what I'm saying? And then the blue is supposed to be the top side where the sun no longer stays and like the sun is going down. So I'm most likely painting this from perspective, but I also have a reference. Don't get me wrong, I'm not painting this completely from my head. There is also like a reference that I'm trying to follow. So I'm trying to master how nature actually works out. Yeah, I've not really gotten there yet, so I'm still using some references to get to it, to get the desired result. And then I went for a simple tree. So basically it's like taking a picture, it's like tilting your phone up and taking the picture just at the angle where just at the tip of the tree, and then it's facing the sky. I don't know, maybe you get what I'm saying. So that's the idea of the painting. It's a simple painting. You can copy it if you follow me step by step. Basically, it's not too hard. It's not supposed to be hard. And if you follow step by step, highest 2 hours. I did mine for 30 to 40 minutes to get the result. That is, although the video is 22 minutes, I made it to 20 minutes to be a little bit shorter, so you won't get tired of watching tutorial. But I think I'll make a short for like a 1 minute one, so you can probably get, if you're really interested in seeing how fast to be, I can make it for you 1 minute. But yeah, I'm just trying to make like a representation of the trees. I am badly doing it. How by the time you're hearing this, you're already seeing the finish starting to make the trees. I'm terribly doing the trees already, and I'm trying to mimic like the top side of the trees, because it's pointy at the top, right, and then it starts getting more flowing in, like more fatter, like in the middle. And depending on the trees too. So it depends on the tree too. There are so many different kinds of trees and how it comes out. I think I've also small experiences with painting trees. I've not really made it to work really well, but eventually to come out with, eventually the more I practice, the better I become, right? So yeah, that's probably mostly what's going on in the painting. I know you have heard my voice too much, you probably need some peace and quiet. I'll probably do that to you soon at maybe the last 3, 4, 5 minutes of the video, because it's a 22 minutes video, so I'll probably just give a recording of like 15 minutes, and then the remaining 7 minutes you probably have it for yourself. So after going deep, really deep, I was explaining this now because I know the last part of the video is going to be the sun side. I painted the sun white because I'm supposed to paint it a little bit yellowish white. I don't think I got that texture well. I'm supposed to give it that yellowish white to make that pinkish yellowish orange really show well, like to give it that beauty, if you get what I mean, like to give it that realistic beauty. So it's not really a realistic painting. I mean, it's not a hyper realistic painting, but it's somewhat realistic, as in it's something that you can see in real life and you can relate to. You get something you can see in real life and relate to. What if I want to give you more gist to what you can make the paintings better? I would say you could give the trees, because I painted the trees mostly black, you should give the trees a touch of yellow and green. You can try to use like try to get an understanding of the reflection of the sun, and give it more green and yellow. I tried doing that, but I got lazy part of the way. I just started painting. I really just wanted to finish the painting fast. It's a lazy work, for it's still an easy watercolor for complete beginners to follow. So if you are among like my category as a beginner of watercolor, I think this should be perfect for you. And I will try to make my tutorials or my videos for watercolor more keen to specifics. So basically what is really going here is just layering. That's the major thing that's going on here. It's layering. I think the last video in which I made was for the wet on dry and knowing when to put the wet on dry. although it was a very simple painting too. I just basically just painted the background and painted black for the lamp and gave a yellow and white for light in the lamp. So yeah, both of them are easy paintings. I plan on making at least 2 or 3 more of this to, so you can get really good at it. We live after some time of like mastering. If you watched it over and over again and you try to get what I'm trying to explain, if I am explaining, I hope I'm explaining well, you probably will get like some at least basic understanding of watercolor, because basically that's what it is. Once you understand the wet on dry, when to use wet on dry, once you understand the necessity of layering in watercolor, because it's the same thing too for drawings too. You get what I'm saying? I think most of that paintings too have that kind of principle, but not the kind of but I also think watercolor has the flexibility that other paintings will have. For example, like a stronger medium that is not so watery, like watercolor. Even gouache is even stronger. You can completely cover a wrong color with gouache, talk less of acrylics or oil. You know what I'm saying? But watercolor, it's quite different. You get, especially when you're layering, each of those colors will show out at least in one way or the other. Each of those colors will show out one way or the other for watercolor. Therefore, other stronger mediums are not as loose as watercolor. It is quite easy. So you using watercolor, you're using watercolor as a medium, you need to understand the importance of layering. I may make another video to explain it more in depthly, but I'm not an expert, so please practice and watch better tutorials if you feel like mine isn't better. You get what I'm saying? And best of luck, man. I wish you become a better artist like me. I wish you become a better artist. I want to be a better artist. I'm really saying like me. I hope eventually I do become a better artist. I mean, that's the goal. So thanks for watching. If you reached this far, thanks for watching. I do appreciate you taking time to go to the end of my videos. And please, if you enjoy or this is useful to you, please like, subscribe. I need a subscription so I can meet more audience, and like that just gives me that kind of small boost, like, yeah, you're actually doing something, people are actually listening. So if you do enjoy it, just give me that, but like, and yeah, thanks. So that's it for this video, and thanks for watching.